Yo, what's up, everybody? This segment right here is more of the family aspect, right here in your corner. Um, what I love about being a father, or even being called a father, even more, is watching my sons grow. And if you are a man, I pray for any man out there under the sound of my voice. If you're watching this video, please step up in your community. 2024 has been an interesting year. A lot of things are changing, a lot of truth telling. To me, this is basically what we of a certain group have been calling woke. This is what we mean by being woke, is just knowing the obvious, in essence, asking the proper questions and acting upon them when called to do so. Not what, mainstream media pushes with propaganda though, but the real life behind the scene things. And I don't want to butcher this though, so give me one moment. So it's James 1:27, and it says, James 1:27 says, he said, pure and undefiled religion before God the Father is this: to care for the orphans and widows in their misfortune, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. True saving faith provides for those in distress. All right. So I really wanted to really quote that verse, because for the simple standpoint, there is a lack of mature, responsible, biblical men in the household. And I, for one, hold that title and responsibility to heart. I can't take a cookie cutter approach when raising my sons. For lack of a better term, it kind of lighten the mood a little bit. And it needs to be serious though. But for me, I don't take things for granted. And I cherish every minute that I have with my sons, 13, and my twins are 10. They just turned 10 last week. We just had a party last week. Speaking of birthdays, man, happy birthday to my cousin Nell, my oldest cousin Nell, and my youngest cousin, not my youngest, but my younger cousin Seth Douglas. Shout out to you. Love you guys, man. Happy soul day, man. It's February, man. All the hearts, all the birthdays, right? But as I was saying, I don't take being a father for granted. I like watching my boys grow. If this was Godfather, right? So my son Kylan could probably be Michael, but my son Cree could be Sonny and Michael. My son Caleb can be Sonny and the mixture of Fredo. Not from the incompetency standpoint, because they're kids. Everybody has to grow up. But from the standpoint of, you really have to prompt, like, go, knocks it out, does it, you know what I mean? But smarter than I was as a kid in his grades, good grades, not necessarily a class clown. He has his best friend in his classroom, and he's like, hey, I gotta be all business. And that's one thing that I smile about. I was like, man, I was not like that in school. So, and they both benefit from that too. Very athletic, man. Like, I got a goal in mind for the schools in which we are going to. I know my son is very athletic, very smart when it comes to football, basketball, soccer, track. He's gonna be a problem, man. So I'm bracing myself for that. He wants to play tackle football so bad, and I can't do it. Like, no tackle football, son. Just let's wait until middle school. Right now, we'll just do all the flag tournaments or whatever and call it wonderful. And that's both my twins. But Cree is more of we call him LL Cool K. Ladies love Cool Cree, man. If you have watched over here, I caught him earlier this week in the cologne section, and he was in there looking. He's like, yo, man, he grabbed the flavor, and I was so excited. I was like, more is called than talk for sure. I like that. He put a flavor on when he went to school. He's definitely a ladies' man. Kylan, handsome young man. Girls tell him that, hey, we go together. So he's basically into video games, like hanging out with his buddies, kicking it, man, movies, Slurpees, junk food. That's him. So, but in my dealings with my sons, one I can talk to. Sometimes we got to work out. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a conversation. Sometimes it's the deepening of the voice and just more conversation. So we're pretty much we're hands-on. So whenever I take a hiatus from social media, which I really don't need to really announce those, I normally just do it because it's content being made all day. I just want to really get my foot in here, be inspired by others that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, but I'm more so taking a different step to this though. Like I said, this is the family aspect because these messages to me are more important than fragrances. And which I'm getting ready to do when I'm not going to show the bottle yet. Fragrances are cool, but hygiene 101 that I teach my sons. What good is rocking a fragrance if your behind stinks? If you got, plaque on your teeth, your ears aren't clean, your nails ain't filed or clipped. We're not talking being feminine. We're just talking personal care. You know what I mean? Like the goal of keeping oneself kept or, right, or paying attention to how you look so we can do this, we can get married. Women are women that have standards about themselves, man. We don't want no dirty individual, man, and we don't push that over here. So that's why I'm on my kids. So before we put on the fragrance, let's make sure we know something up here and that we know the basics of how to keep ourselves clean. You know what I mean? And then we put the fragrance on, and that should, that's the standard here. I don't know about y'all, man, but if you are in the fragrances and you're following this channel, then you pretty much know, right? So, but I love being a father. I love being a husband as well too. So please hang in there. You have 24 hours a day. Tomorrow is not promised. Please, I pray that everybody knows Christ. My favorite verse in the scriptures is John 6:44. No man can come unto me unless Christ first draw him unto me, and I raise him up on the last day. And I love that aspect of it. So I can go to sleep at peace. The very God that you and I both know, who created the eye, everything that comes in our vision is backwards and upside down, goes through a process and comes out, and voila, you see this, man. We serving on some God, man. So you gotta know something. You can't be goofy. So we might have the Rules of a Gentleman series coming as well too in the questionnaire, man. But thank you for your ears, your eyes, man, and watching this as well too. The F, faith, family, friends, fragrance. This is the family section, man. Like I said, we're trying this out as well too. Just let me know your thoughts, man. Please, man, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification for all notifications whenever I drop. I plan on being a little bit more consistent and just chopping down. This is a way that I can be consistent with different subject matters as well too, that really insulates or encapsulates what it means to be a gentleman. All right, so until next time, man, your favorite gentleman somewhere down there. Peace.